Hey, it's Rich, the Louisiana Hobby Guy. Today we're going to be looking at a new product from the company Comgrow. Now, if you remember, I did a laser review on their 5-watt diode laser. Well, the company has since sent me a new 10-watt laser that we're going to look at today, as well as a universal enclosure that I think is really cool. Now, this is pre-launched. Both items are pre-launched. So it's basically just for testing right now with the beta testers. But they should be coming real soon, like I'm told about February 7th to 10th, somewhere in that area. And we're getting pretty close to that right now. I'm guessing that's right after the Chinese New Year is over. So let's jump over into the wood shop where I've got it set up and take a look at it. All right, so here we are in the shop. And I've got it set up in here just because I don't have room in the laser shop right now. And this is the grow tent right here. I call it a grow tent. That's what it seems like. They say it's fireproof. I really like it because it's super lightweight. You can pick it up with 2 fingers. And the best thing of all is you just flip it on its side to use the roller accessory, kind of like that. You know, if you were to make one yourself, um, it's going to be made out of wood, probably 3/4 inch plywood. It's going to be hard to use the roller accessory, and it's going to cost a lot of money. This is only 69 bucks. Now, again, it's pre-launch. You probably won't be able to get it for a couple more days, but for 69 bucks, you just can't go wrong. It's got, a metal frame. It's just like a grow tent, like I said. Real nice design. I can't believe nobody thought of this sooner. And the price just can't be beat. There is one other thing that I've got here that I wanted to show you, which is this air scrubber. This is a charcoal filter. It's got 2 beefy fans on the back. I got this on Amazon about a year and a half ago. And when I'm out here in the wood shop, I don't have the smoke removal that I've got in the laser shop. So I have to use something different. So I use this charcoal filter right here. Now, it doesn't remove all of the smell, but it removes all the smoke. And that's the important thing, is the smoke. So I'll put a link to it down below if you want to take a look at it. So what I've got loaded here is my universal test card. And this universal test card, let me zoom in on it so I make sure I say everything right here. This universal test card I run on all of my machines at 100 power and 2000 speed uh, on the engraving, 120 speed on the cut. So being that we've gone from this 5-watt module to the 10-watt module, I decided to just cut the power in half. Does that make sense? I don't know. I could be wrong. It may not be the right way to do it. But that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut the power in half. I've got the power set at 50. I've got the speed at 2000. That's the same. Now, do I double the speed? I don't think so. I think I just cut the power in half. And on the cut, I've got the speed at 120 and 50. And I'm sure, I know that my NAJ, will cut through at 250. So I'm sure that this one will. And everything else is the same. And that's the only 2 parameters that I've changed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start up this air scrubber real quick, get it in the right spot. And I'm going to hit start, and we're going to see how this works. So here we go. And there it goes. You could see the smoke coming out already. There's going to be a lot of smoke in this one. So I'm going to go ahead and close this. It's just 2 zippers. It's a very, very simple design. I can't believe that I didn't think of it before. And I have even looked on Amazon for grow tents because I thought, hey, I can put this whole thing in a grow tent and use it that way. But the thought never came to mind of actually making one of these specifically for lasers. And I think the size is perfect. Now, it won't fit some of the older machines that have the 430 by 400 because this is designed for a 400 by 400. But you know what? If there isn't a wasteboard under it that sticks out so far, it probably would. In fact, I know it would. you'd have to just trim your wasteboard down a little bit. So this is really a universal enclosure that you can use for any machine. Now, as you can see, there's not a bit of smoke coming out. And looking inside, I don't see any smoke either. So it is definitely scrubbing the air. And I'm not really smelling anything today. Maybe it could be because I just changed the filter. That might be it. I guess I was smelling some stuff last week because I hadn't changed the filter in a while. But I really don't smell anything today. Maybe a little bit. A little bit. So it's like a very pleasant smell. It's not like the normal smell that you get from the smoke. Yeah, I smell a little bit, not too much. So let's see how it's doing. And it's getting all the numbers done. Doing a fine job. I know you can't see this. Well, maybe you can. Let me open this for a minute. You know, if you can smell it, it's bad, is my rule. And I don't want to leave it open for too long. But let me see if I can just give you a shot in there of what it's doing right now. Let me try and zoom a little bit. Well, this won't zoom while it's recording, apparently. That's very strange. I know I've zoomed before. Very weird. Okay, well, it won't zoom. Let me tilt it. I could do that. Let me bring it in closer. There we go. You can see it's doing a fine job on the engraving, which is exactly what I expected. It actually looks pretty much the same as what I got from the other lasers. So I'm going to say that's a pretty good job right there. Let me close this back up because even though the smoke is not coming out, it is being drawn over there. I'm still going to close this. I smell it a lot more here in the front, so I know some of it's getting out with the zipper open. And we're just going to let this run. And I'm going to go watch it on the other camera, because I do have a camera right up here where I can see straight in. And I think I'll put a cut in here and speed it up. I'll be right back. All right, so I had to cut that video short because that just wasn't working out. Let me show you what I wound up with here. It just was obliterating the grayscale test. I mean, obliterating it. All of the print came out real nice, real nice. This is the final result of the 5-watt. So you can see that had nice grayscale and all. But this 10-watt just obliterated it. So, and that was at half power. So maybe I'm doing something wrong. I don't know. These are the two side by side. You can see that it did a fine job on all the text and the lines, but just went to town on that grayscale. And let me show you a different one here. This is the atom stack. And I'm sorry, I broke out the parabolic cuts on the bottom. But this is the atom stack, and this is also a 5-watt laser. And the grayscale on it came out really well. Now, I haven't done the review on the atom stack yet, but this one just obliterated it at half power. So I'm not quite sure what to think there. I've got to go less than half power to do this. And you can see how much darker the text is. So not quite as clear, though, as the 5-watt. The 5-watt has super clear text. And you know what? I see what the problem is. I had the text in line mode instead of fill. My mistake. That's okay, though. This proves my point, and this is really what I was after, was checking the power of the unit. And, you know, this is not a full review or anything like that. I just wanted to see what the difference in power was, and if it was significant. And man, let me tell you, that is significant, because it's almost through the wood. So cutting the power in half is definitely not the formula for a laser that's twice the power. Now, something in my brain is telling me that that's all I should need to do is cut the power in half. But apparently I'm wrong. So I'm going to have to put some thought into this, and maybe, you know, dial up a couple of friends and see what they think about it. Maybe I had to cut the power in half and double the speed. I don't know. But apparently I did something wrong. But anyway, yeah, it's definitely got a lot of power. The real information that I wanted you to get from this video is the new grow tent, or I should say the new laser enclosure. It just looks so much like a grow tent that's what I call it, is a grow tent. But the new laser enclosure, for $70, I don't think you can go wrong with that. I think it's a great price. It's a great product. It's easy to handle. It's easy to move around. You can pick it up with 2 fingers, very lightweight, and it's fire retardant. So it's all pluses. I found nothing negative with the laser enclosure. I also found nothing negative with the 10-watt laser module. It absolutely has twice the power, or maybe more, than the 5-watt does. So yeah, that's about it. So I'm going to put links down below if you want to take a look at that air scrubber that I have, number one, because like I said, if you're in an enclosed area, you're going to need something to scrub the air. And, you know, picking up that air scrubber and picking up the laser enclosure, that's a win-win. And even picking up the 10-watt module when they come available for sale. I think, you know, Comgrow's doing a good job. They're listening to their users, their consumers, and they're changing things around. And hey, you know, I got to give them props for that. So yeah, this one gets a thumbs up. I give it a thumbs up on the enclosure. I give it a thumbs up on the laser. And of course I like my air scrubber. So anyway, I hope you got some information out of this video. And I hope maybe that some of the things that I talk about, you might be interested, might help you out. But if nothing else, you know, you spent a couple minutes with me here in the shop. And as always, I thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.